Yes, there is. Time is not on her side. I know it ain't. Time is running out. Say yes, there is. Hey, Dark Liquor, you are not usually number one. Wild Seed, Fraser Laurie, how y'all doing? Hi, Prima Wanda. L.A. Fab Bliss. You a new one. Hi, I am Mrs. Ricks. Mocha Drop, Dark Liquor, and Mocha Drop. All right. How y'all doing? Y'all watching all this stuff going on, child? You know, sometimes we'll identify that we are in the beef sector, right? Well, sometimes we'll say we're in the beef sector. And sometimes the people in the entertainment sector will say, well, I review entertainment. So I'm in the entertainment, the black entertainment sector. I don't know if they have an actual name. And then some people will say that, well, I cover church. I'm a church boy and I covered all of the goings on in church, right? And so they be in the church sector, right? But sometimes people, we're just YouTubers, right? And the stories will cross circuit. We'll all be covering the same thing because we're YouTubers first and all this other stuff second, right? So now we have a story where the church sector is having issues with the entertainment sector and sometimes being covered by the beef sector. I think that's about right. So what I want to talk about is the lady Tashia K. I didn't speak enough. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on. That Tracy. Tracy's here. Mm-hmm. And Shauna Queen B. All right, Shauna Queen B. Jerome MacArthur. Uh-huh. Paid to Park. All right, honey. Where you come up with that name? Uncle Tim, I've been here since you started. Just changed my name to L.A. Fab Bliss. Okay. You should put a U in there. If you put a U in there to be L.A. Fabulous. Excuse me, just an idea. Good to see you, honey. All right, people. Our beautiful, peaceful lady. Mm-hmm. A lot of y'all in here. I know a lot of y'all been watching these stories, right? I don't generally speaking watch Armand Wiggins unless it's something because they're a younger crowd. They cover music, they cover all these Cardi B people, and just not very interested in that. But sometimes when the story is of interest, then I'll mosey on over there. So last night I was moseying on over there to listen to what's his name? Help me, God. Armand Wiggins. I moseyed on over there, right? And they were talking about the situation with Cardi B and Larry Reid. Now, I'm not caping for Larry Reid, but it seems to be he's got several stories going at the same time recently. But he's into it with Tasha K now. Now they used to be friendly. I've seen her on his page more than once. I thought they were friends, right? But as I've said many times on here, the people who are the friends right now, those are the people who are going to have the most impact in their beefing. Why? Because they know so much about each other, right? There was a time when it was sharing each other's business. And it seems to me that when these friends break up, then they throw everything but the kitchen sink at them, right? Everything you ever told me, I'm using against you. So be cautious, people. Y'all know when y'all fight with y'all husbands, honey, everything he did 5 years ago, right, is coming back. If he cheated on you 22 years ago, it's coming back when y'all fighting. So that's what we're experiencing now. Apparently, Tasha K, but she just flipped totally out on him. I don't know why, but Of course, they covered Larry Reid's sexuality. That's a big story. He says you don't have to defend me on that. I like it, but basically, I think he's just since he's not insecure about who he is, and I think he is friendly with gay people. It doesn't bother him to have controversy. Controversy. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me try to control myself. Anyway, so the thing is, Larry admits to he's had sex with a man before. Now, in the old way of thinking, people would say, if you ever touched a man, that means you're gay. So all of the thousands of times you had sex, if you had sex, you one drop, honey. If you had sex with a man one time, you're gay, right? It's an ignorant, stupid way to think, right? I know in the streets, straight people have sex with guys all the time. That's what they talk about when they talk about trade. When they're talking about trade, generally speaking, at least in the black community, they're not talking about just who they have sex with. That's what I consider trade. Whoever you're being with, that's your trade. If you're not hooked up with them, it's a hookup. Some people say hook up, but whatever. When they say trade, they're talking about straight men or men who choose to identify themselves as straight. These men are generally in it for what they can get out of it. Whether they're prostitutes or if they need a place to stay, or you buying them things like ZX, ZT, you out there buying them phones and things. These people are what they call trade. Generally speaking, they are not homosexuals, right? Men who are having sex in prison does not mean that they are homosexuals. It does not mean that. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. Hustlers. Now, I was amazed to find this out. Found it out soon in my gay life. Oftentimes are not homosexuals. They just in it for the money. It's not like as soon as you touch a peen, your hand falls off or something, girl. Are you are changed? It's like a cloud comes over you or something, and then now you're something else. No, people have all kind of reasons for having sex, honey. They have all kind of reasons. But if it's not their attraction, if they are attracted to women, then they are heterosexual. Various bisexual people. Anyway, so Larry chooses to be very honest with his life, his personal life. And he has admitted that he has had that experience. He ain't the only one, believe me. No matter what they tell you, he ain't the only one, right? People have fucked to get to the top of the entertainment industry. They ain't gay. Hell, I can get a roll out of it, Anyway, so she's bringing that back up. She said, "Oh, Larry, I was defending you. I was in there rocking sock and saying, no, he ain't gay. He ain't gay." And then she plays the tape that he said, "Yeah, I've sucked the dick." Whatever, girl. I have sucked what? It's not my thing, though. I like them to suck mine, right? Something like that. Not amazing to someone like me who has been in the world. They always call it the world. Where the hell you at? Y'all in the church and we in the world. Girl, gone. Anyway, so that's one of the things she throws up at him. But that's not the thing that really offends him so much. So just for the record, because a person has had sex with the same sex, that does not mean that they are gay, right? Kinsey 6 was the movie about the guy who rated degrees of sexuality. They put these guys in a room. They play movies in front of the person. The person is supposed to jack off. These are scientists, right? Conducting these experiments. And they call that the Kinsey 6. It was a scale, right? And a lot of these guys who said that they were absolutely straight, they had a reaction. Their dick got hard. Excuse my language. I'm just trying to keep it simple. Their dick got hard at pictures of homosexual sex. They were found around. So there are different levels to this shit, right? Some people are all the way a 6. I'm a complete 6. I am homosexual. I'm only attracted to men. I talked about that a little bit yesterday. Anyway, so that was one of the things she tried to beat him over the head with. She thinks he's gay because he said he had sex. He didn't say how many times, how many pings through his life. I think Larry's even admitted to being a hustler at one point, right? a lot of these guys, they're not going to be that honest. He's more honest than most people are. I have that same affliction. I tend to want to tell the truth. I just feel more comfortable telling the truth. I think it has more value. A lot of men are not like that. So even though they have done the things that Larry's talking about, very rarely will you run across one who will admit that, certainly not online. Right. And a lot of women will be turned off if they have ever touched a peen or a set of balls in their lifetime. It is ridiculous and silly and stupid, but it is what it is. We're just people. Anyway, Timothy Blaine, respectfully, what causes the arousal if they're not attracted to men? Well, that was the experiment, honey. What causes it, child? Now, just to be transparent, I am totally gay. But half of the pornography, I'm just saying, we're all grown here. I hope we're all grown here. If you're younger than 20 years old, please go away. There's grown people talking. Even though I'm not attracted to women, a good half of the pornography that I watch are heterosexual people. Now, granted, I might be looking more at his actions than hers, but I still am aroused by heterosexual sex, right? If you go to Amazon right now and you put in gay erotica, I'm talking about writing now, about books, you will see, if you look at the titles, or the authors, there are more homosexual erotica written by women than there are men. Gay men. You would think it would all be gay men talking about gay sex, right? Or gay erotica. No, women write gay erotica. It is an amazing thing. We're just people, honey. Anyway, we don't want to get stuck there, but that's one of the things she come out. But that ain't the thing that really got under his skin. The thing that got under her skin when she starts accusing him of using funds improperly in his businesses. Larry has, he's not only a YouTuber, an entertainer, and all the various things that he does. I think he's got several studios now even. He also runs a nonprofit, right? The last thing you want to do is to be accused of financial shenanigans, particularly if you're not guilty. People can stigmatize you, and you're running businesses. So he took that very seriously, right? She accused him of taking his money from his nonprofit and buying his wife purses with it. So she's very loose with the lips, right? So he took very offense at that, and he threatens to sue her. I don't know if you call that a threat or a promise. But he said, no. When you go fucking around with my business, making false allegations against me, the way this internet works, where people take one story, oh, I heard he was accused of this. I heard this. I don't remember where I heard it, but I heard it. When you start doing shit like that, girl, you are in dangerous waters, Miss Tashia K. The last thing you need is for somebody else to come after you for whatever piddlings is left of your money, right? You already trying to hide from this other woman. Anyway. So he says he has no choice but to sue you if you let that roll out of your mouth again, right? Anything can roll out, like we're talking about him sucking a dick. It's all over the goddamn internet. It's all over the world, right? This is a whole different world we live in now. You can say anything out your goddamn mouth, girl, and it could take legs. He's successful on here. I'm sure she resents him being successful on here. They used to be friends, but all of a sudden now they're enemies, I believe, because he's making millions and he's keeping his millions. Her millions are threatened so much to the fact she has to move out of her house, and she owes this woman $4 million. Now here's the kicker. I also wandered into this woman who I haven't listened to in over a year, maybe 2 years. This AT Alien. And on the AT Alien show, we've had a problem way back when, not particularly now, but my point is I never go over there. I go over there if I'm following the story. I went over there, and apparently, I believe the date is September the 6th. Cardi B has filed papers to come after. She already won the lawsuit, right? This woman already owes her $4 million. And now she's filed papers. And the AT alien showed the documents. If you don't believe me, go over there and you see the documents. Where now she is petitioning the court to allow the police or the marshal, whoever, to come in and seize Tashia K's property. So we don't know if this is, we're sure that it's tied to why she moved out of her house. She moved out of her house and it's rented. So we don't know if that house is still in her name or whatever it is, but it belongs to Cardi B. Correct. A house, maybe they'll knock off a couple $100,000. Obviously, it's not paid for. She had moved into it, what, a year and a half ago or something. Anyway, she's trying to maneuver herself because she got to pay this money. And Cardi B is actively pursuing her now and filed documents this month. To start the process of seizing everything Tashia K owes until she's given her, I think it's $3.3 million. And then that company, they also owe a couple $1 million, whatever. We rounded the number up to $4 million that she owes this woman, right? And now she's coming forward. So here's the kicker. I'm over there listening to Armand Wiggins' show. Larry comes into the chat. Armand Wiggins invites him to join him. He calls him up on the phone. So Larry is now on the Armand Wiggins show. I think they have like 5,000 people in the chat. I guess his story is bringing him a lot of traffic. But while Armand Wiggins is talking about this case, some of his people, more than one, lets him know that Tashia K is just announced on one of these things. What's it called? Instagram or something like that. That she is having, and they show the picture of her and the statement she made about how she's having a wonderful time in Africa and how this is just what she needed. And this is a fresh start for her. And she will be having a new, her first video showing her new family in Africa. I heard this with my own ears, and I saw the article with my own eyes. So I'm paraphrasing what she said exactly, but that is essentially it. She's announcing that she's moved to Africa, right? Now, after Larry comes on, he's talking to, so they went over all the stuff, all the problem between the two of them. And Armand Wiggins asked Larry Reed, do you believe that Tashia K has moved to Africa to avoid, as a matter of fact, under her name it says Tashia K. So I guess this is Instagram. It says Morocco. So is she in Morocco? Anyway, he asked him, do you believe that Tashia K has moved to Africa to avoid paying this woman this money? Right? Because the wonderful thing about the internet is as long as you have good Wi-Fi, you can be anywhere. So theoretically, she could move to Africa. My question is, would that stop the lawsuit? And would they still be able to seize everything she owns here in the United States? She still owes the money here in the United States, right? So unless she's been transferring her property or her assets over to Africa, I mean, would she be able to legally do that? And would she be immune as long as she stayed in Africa? I don't know. Larry Reed said immediately that no, that's a lie. Just like when she said that she was in jail and everybody knew she wasn't in jail, or at least all her people knew she wasn't in jail. She lies like that. That's what he said. She does lie like that, but it might be her testing the waters. Because why is she taking these expensive trips to Africa if she is faced with this woman filing these papers this week where the woman is coming for your house and your cars? What a wonderful time to take a trip to Africa. I'm going on vacation. No, I would think that you have quite a few issues you need to deal with right here in the United States, honey. So we don't know what's been going on with her. We know she moved out of her house into an apartment. Some say she moved out of Georgia into Florida. And now she apparently has said she's moved again. They seem to both agree that she's probably, more than likely, she is in Africa, but that doesn't mean she moved there. But it is her posting that thing that she's moved there. So I guess that story will grow some legs in the next couple of days. People will figure out what the hell she's up to. I'm sure Cardi B and her attorneys will figure out exactly what she's up to. Can she hide in Africa? What y'all think? I was just talking and talking and talking. Y'all got to stop giving me all this wonderful material for writing, honey. I have to do another book, girl. God damn. Okay, let's see what y'all say. Let me hear what y'all say, baby. Oh, Jerome says, hi, beautiful Tashia Cakes. Tracy, I see y'all going through over there. I don't write on. I don't report on the people I like. It's only them other ones, honey. Do y'all believe Tashia K has moved to Africa? That's what she said. She said it out of her own mouth. Or is this another scam, another trick? We know she done left YouTube. She only comes over YouTube to drive people over to her website, right? She has this big old story about how YouTube is a ripoff and how they don't pay for the commercials and trying to dissuade. Baby, we're all on here, girl. If your ass then fell out with YouTube, are you trying to hide your assets? Are you trying to hide your income? Don't come over here and piss all over us, girl. We like YouTube, right? But she done moved over to her own website, and now she's coming after people. If she's coming after Larry Reid, that means she's gonna be coming after other people too, trying to pump up the volume, make it work. Trying to get these people and drive them to her site, right? So this Africa ploy could easily just be her sounding off again to drive traffic. She's done it before. But I don't think it was a coincidence, though, the way that girl, A.T. Alien, had those documents up there of Cardi B making moves right now. September the 6th, that's this month, honey. But 3 weeks ago, the last thing I'll be doing is going on vacation. If somebody going to come and take everything I own, damn. You going to leave your cars here? Are they going to pick them up at the airport? She has to learn how to take this $4 million seriously. And I wouldn't be going around there beating the stick at Larry either, because the last thing you need is another lawsuit, because that means you got to pay these attorneys again. These attorney fees can run into $100,000 easy, right? So even if you don't lose, can you afford that? Anyway. You finally caught a live searching tangents. Yeah, I'm not very I just come on whenever I get a thought that runs in my head, I just jump on. So I don't come on at a certain time. I guess who is this? Wait a minute, hold the hell on, honey. Pharma Dita, thank you for super chat. Hey Tim, let's talk about it. All right, Pharma. Is it Farm Dita? Farm Dita. Thank you for super chat. I can use a coin. Let's talk about it. Let's give them something to talk about. Subscribe, share. Hey, Soul Sister #1 show, you made it. Looks like you made it. And would you please hit the like button? Thank you. Miss Cardi B over there going off today too, honey. I saw her. Hey, RJ Supreme. And she went live, and she really is in Africa. Okay, Renee Graham. She just went live, and she really is in Africa. Right. So is she moving to Africa? Can Cardi B get that ass in Africa? Let's see. Hold on a minute, people. Give me 1 minute. I'll move fast. I promise you. Let me see. What's her name? Tashia K. Tashia K. They got two. They got one moving to Africa. Let's just go to the last one. Okay, bonus. Okay, Tashia K. East 3 days ago. No, I don't see that video. Let me see. Bonus Z Money Thompson. Testing from Africa. Okay, so she got a video called "Testing from Africa," posted 4 minutes ago. She has one of these wraps on her head like the when you wrap your head up, like most of Africa is Muslim, right? So is she a Muslim woman, or is she required to wear that in Africa? It seems like a very strange time to go on vacation, right? So maybe she is plotting some moves, honey. We don't know what other financial crisis she's in, but her primary income was YouTube. Since she has left YouTube trying to build this website, which she can build the website from anywhere, she might be having other difficulties, right? Because the first thing that Cardi B will be coming after will be her YouTube income, because there's records for all of it, right? I think that's why Tashia K left here. You can know exactly what she makes on here, right? Mm-hmm. So now it's all about hiding the money. So yes, Tashia K is in Africa. She has the background of it's the African background, honey. Y'all can check it out. I don't want to play her stuff on here, so I have to do it later. I can't even say those names. Having visited Gambia, and Senegal for a month, like I was told, Africa is for the Africans. America is for the Americans. If you don't believe it, there are YouTube videos of who left and came back to the U.S. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but that $4 million is gonna hurt too, honey. That $4 million is gonna sting, baby. I mean, I'm granted she might have made some money. That might be why she's so mad at Larry, because Larry able to keep his money. Mm-hmm. We are definitely gonna follow that one, honey. Africa is cheap, but it's no joke over there. Life is hard over there, even for Americans who move over there. Right. So where is she getting money to be over in Africa? Has she been shipping money over there? Has she been moving her assets to Africa? Does America have the ability to seize her property in Africa? Did she go over and buy a property in Africa? We don't know. Where's her husband from? Is he African? If his family is over there, she might be over there. I don't think she'd be over there visiting right now, would she? I mean, this woman just filed these papers to start the process of seizing her property. Okay. Number 38, okay. To establish dual citizenship. So she would go there to establish dual citizenship. That way she has a place to flee to. Is that it? Can she hide her money over there and live over here? Because really, you really can literally be anywhere, honey. As long if your whole stick is the internet, as long as you got good Wi-Fi, you can live in Africa, you can live in Paris, and we wouldn't necessarily know where you were. Right? She might have did better to not even say where she was. We don't know. You can hide that easily. Exactly. Where's the money to live over there? She going over there and move into a studio apartment? I doubt that. Right? So I believe that when you get this judgment, they not only go about the assets that they can dig up. I'm sure Cardi's no doubt has a team to do that. The lawyers have a vested interest in this because that's how they get paid as well. When Cardi gets paid, they get paid. Right? But they not only watch your current assets, they watch anything that you have moved in whatever period of time. Have you moved any property or any assets in the last 6 months or the last year? And they can trace that and claim that as well. right? So we don't know about this big house she got in. We know that she moved out of it. We know that it's up for rent. I don't know if it's rented yet or not. And she moved into an apartment. We know that, but we don't know what angle that is, right? Because if she owns it, then Cardi can still take it, right? So, I mean, they got professional people looking at this stuff, man. That woman wants her money. Mm-hmm. And now it looks like people are suing each other all over the goddamn place, right? So did you kick all this off a Cardi B? Where everybody's suing these damn YouTubers now? You got to watch what you say. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue. Her husband is Nigerian, Kibi. Okay. Oh, Kibi is where they got the name for the studios, Kibi Studios. So he has ties to Africa. But I mean, Africa is not just a city, or hell, and not a country. It's a continent. Under her post, it said Morocco. The United States is one of 2 countries in the world that taxes its citizens regardless of their location. Okay. So you think it might be tax related? I don't think it's so much taxes that she's worried about. I think she's worried about paying that woman her money because the woman is obviously, I mean, Cardi B's a street fighter, honey. When she said, I'm suing you for $4 million, I ain't go through all this 2 years of court shit and all these hiring all these people and all this stuff. I didn't just do that just to punish you with words. I want my goddamn money. I want every dime of it. Right? Ooh, God, is that big? Okay. Sable Winter says, remember, Africa is a continent, not a country. There are 54 countries. Jesus. I knew it was big. I didn't know it was that big. Okay, so she could be anywhere. She can hide all over the place. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's running from Big Bill. Mm-hmm. If y'all go over there to that ATL woman, it's about 3 videos back. I think it's 2 or 3 days old, where she showed all these documents of what this woman just did. The woman is going through the court to seize her property now. It's time to collect. And all of a sudden, you're on vacation. No, don't sound right. Larry and them, they believe that she's just there. Doesn't mean she's staying there. But like someone just said here in the chat, she might go over there to establish dual residency. Right? So if everything else fails, they have a place to run to. You on this chat today? You heard Morocco is really expensive? Well, she was making millions, you said, for the last few years. Mm-hmm. But not so many millions that she couldn't write that woman a check. Right? I mean, she did this to herself. All the woman wants you to do is take down a silly ass video. You refuse to do it. You even went into court acting the ass. And this is what you're faced with, girl. The rubber has hit the road. Mm-hmm. Nick, is it Nikki Hare? Nick Hare, she is not in Africa. Y'all fall for anything. Well, she's definitely, hold on a minute. She's definitely, that's the background. Let me see. She did just make a video, Tashia K video. It has, she's showing the background is Africa. I'm going to have to, do I mute you guys? How you do it? Well, I can hear her voice. I can do the audio. Okay, this is for purposes of content. I mean, this is for purposes of commentary. Let's see what she said. Come on, girl. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, she got on her wrap around her head. I guess this country you have to wrap your head up, women. She said hello.
Internet. Hey, Lorna. Hey, I'm testing the internet.
She's testing the
Yes,
internet.
trying to make sure everything is working good. Hey, Peaches.
Uh-huh.
How y'all doing? So the internet's not lagging or nothing? Is it lagging? Thank you. Thank you.
She has
Thank
African rap. The buildings
you.
don't appear to be American.
You know, my
They're
name is
stucco.
not Tasha over here. It's Madam Kebby.
Her
So
name
you're
is
gonna call
Madam
me
Kebby.
Madam Kebby, okay?
Madam Kebby is her new name.
That's what you're gonna call me, Madam Kebby. That's what they call me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no lag. So the internet working good.
Some of her chat are they're
It's 3
tuning in
p.m.
from
It's like
Kenya.
I think it's like
She even has people over
7 o'clock over here.
Okay.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 o'clock over here. Thank you.
Show us
That's
the
what
building.
happens when you detox, you know?
You detox?
Testing the internet.
This is only a few
Look,
minutes
hold
video. It's a
on.
3-minute video.
I'm gonna let y'all see just a little bit. I ain't gonna give
Okay.
y'all too much, but this where I'm at, y'all.
Let's see.
You see?
Oh my God. Oh, girls. This looks like a war zone. Oh, Tasha. Oh,
We in
Lord.
it.
Oh,
We
girl.
in it.
Wait a minute. They look like huts, dirt. There's no sidewalk. Tasha, do you know what you're doing? Are you having a nervous breakdown?
It's Madam Kebby to you. Period. I'm married.
The buildings
Yes.
are only partially painted.
Hey. I just
Oh
want
my
to test
God.
the Wi-Fi. That's all. So I can
Oh, Tasha.
go.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
Temperature is beautiful. I think it's like around 80 if I'm not mistaken, but it's breezy. It's not hot.
Uh-huh. It will be. You're in Africa.
Right. So we got a whole fuckery Friday, and definitely got to talk to y'all about this lawsuit Nikki done filed because she hit me and was like, "Girl," I said, why?"
All right. I got to disagree, people. She's in Africa. Yes, that's definitely fair use. We can use the voices. Ain't no big deal. But what she showed us was it didn't look very glamorous, girl. She looked outside of her door, and there was no sidewalks. It was just dirt, big dirt thing. There were people around sitting on the ground and so forth. The buildings were only partially painted. They were all stucco. It appears to be like a primitive type of Africa, not in a city. I mean, Africa has beautiful cities as well. She ain't in that. So we don't know what the hell she's up to. Wait, I thought she moved to Florida. Oh, that was 2 months ago, man. She just moved to Florida and they're taking off on vacation. Child, please. She's acting like she's testing her Wi-Fi. She is going to be recording from Africa. It looked like the house might even have dirt on the floors. That's how primitive it appeared to be. But her Wi-Fi did work, so you'll be hearing soon, I guess. Dirt roads. Y'all got to see that, honey. I don't mind telling people where the action is. Go back to Africa has visited 20 plus so far. He does breakdown of every place he visited. But that's the motherland, you know. We all have love for Africa, but she doesn't seem to be in a very glamorous part of it. Mm-hmm. So he's a citizen. By him marrying her, did he become a citizen over here? So he's already a dual citizen, more than likely, right? And though since they're married over there as well, does that mean that she can also establish? She's gonna spend the rest of her life hiding from this $4 million. Is that what's going on? Have they been able to get that money out of the country? We assume she has some. You know, she was very braggadocious about how rich she was before she left, but I don't know. I don't know if Cardi has even received their payment yet. But the papers she's filed, which appear on AT Alien's page, are real, right? And they are asking to seize her property right now. Now, would that be the time that you take off for Africa, unless you planning on living there? Maybe she don't want to be served anymore. Can Cardi B has filed for this, but does she have to be served? Right? She has to be physically served. Right? They have all kind of tricks about how they serve people, pretending to be the pizza man, pretending to be, Uber Eats, pretending just to get close enough to them, say, you've been served. So you have to be served. So if she's in Africa, how can she be served these documents now before they start moving her couch out? Or is the couch already moved out with all that stuff left in the house? I don't know. I doubt she really gives a fuck about the shit in her one-bedroom apartment. Mm-hmm. Wait, I thought she was okay. War zone. That's what it looked like. Y'all see it? I wouldn't be bragging about that, honey. You kept your camera down, girl. Oh, the mighty have fallen. And then she go and picking on a friend, Larry Reed, that maybe could have helped her in some way, since he's a businessman. He knows how to do things and make things happen. Africa, don't leave us out. I ain't going nowhere. Child, they can't even get me to go to San Jose. Come here, ding dong. Hey, ding dong. Come on. Uh-oh. Big trouble. What you doing? What do you think you're doing? Going crazy. Don't go crazy. Love my dog. Peace and blessings. She might as well log off YouTube and Patreon because those are U.S. companies. Girl, they can get that money, honey. I know. If I want to follow how much money I made on YouTube, it's very easy. They send you the damn documents. Cardi B would immediately seize that. She's going to seize anything that she has knowledge of, right? How long did the Goldmans pursue OJ? They still pursuing his ass. Let OJ try to open up a Kool-Aid stand. They be right there. So they get every dime of their money. They say they only got a little bit of it. His whole life is hiding his money. She's going on tour. Great timing. My ding dong. That's ding dong. Ain't it right, Queen? You ding dong. And he's sitting here by his dad. Mm-hmm. What else happened there? It was something else that went on with that story. Let me see. I don't remember. Something else was interesting about it. Right there. Okay. Run, OJ, run. He's innocent. I said, well, girl, how do you know he's innocent? We haven't even talked to him. He's still on the freeway running from the police, child. They said he's innocent then. Some people are like that, honey. They're black, they're innocent, period. The world has all kind of people in it, honey. She said Kiki just hit her up. Kiki? Somebody else was suing somebody. They just hit her up. I don't know. The juice is loose. He did get out. Fortunately, some of his money was protected with that NFL stuff. Somehow or other, he's able to still maintain between his Social Security and his NFL money. They can't touch it. All right. Well, I've given y'all a head start there. If y'all want to follow the story, it's heating up, honey. Right? Cardi B just turned up the volume 3 weeks ago. Talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good, what's today? Wednesday? Hump day. Y'all have a good hump day. Later.